as of right now, it seems as though nothing could stop us. We had a season-ending injury to Mo Bamba during practice. And guess what? We have still been winning games. Zach Lavine been balling out. He is not being considered for All-Star Weekend 2021. But guess what? We are still winning. No matter what happened to us, bro, we have been winning and grinning. At the start of this NBA season, we are 25-4. We have been destroying the competition, whether I play the game or simulate the game. All I see are dubs, bro. But before I continue, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Prince YouTube PS Compulsion signing in here, aka Prince Anthony, aka Donnie Magician. For looking at our upcoming schedule, we need some competition. I've been facing off against the best of the best in the NBA, such as the Clippers, the Oklahoma City Thunder in the last episode, the Lakers, the Golden State Warriors. Bro, we have beaten them all. We are destroying the competition, like I said. So up next, I think I want to play our game against the Brooklyn Nets. 2 weeks from now, it is a nationally televised game, so hopefully they provide us with some competition because we really need some. But before we simulate to our game against BK and start simulating games in general, Mo Bamba is ready to discuss an extension with us and he wants to put it on the table. Like, Mo Bamba really think he's slick asking for an extension when he has a ruptured right Achilles, out for the season. Look at that body health, bro. His body health is horrible. I don't want to sign him or re-sign him to a max contract or anything close to a max contract if you're just going to come back next season and constantly get injured, bro. I really don't know about that. So I decided to meet up with Mo Bamba and tell him straight to his face that we are not going to extend you, bro. I'm sorry. It all comes down to how you play next season. If you come back next season and you play really well, then maybe I'll sign you to a contract extension if you're still interested. But we're doing business, or talking business I should say, in the parking lot as always. Mo Bamba says, hey Donnie, I like to talk about working out a contract extension if you got a few. And you guys already know what I was going to choose, Deny and Coddle. Of course I'm not re-signing him. And I said, you want the truth, you don't want to be extended right now. Your game can reach another level, and if you finish the season strong, which he's not because he's out for the season, you'll be in position to make a lot more money than if I extend you now. That's a pretty good answer in my opinion. I am hitting him with that BS. And his response is, I'm not really trying to hear that, man. If you value what I do, we should talk extension. If not, things might not go so well for you this year. Honestly, things aren't gonna go well for us this year. Why would you say something like that to me, bro? Like, you really want a contract extension, but you're talking to me like that with a ruptured right Achilles injury and you're out for the season? Bro, get out of my face with that BS. Now we're definitely not extending Mo Bamba. Not that I was going to do so in the first place. Now I'm even thinking about trading him when he heals from that injury. Don't be coming up to me telling me that BS, bro. Like, I was really trying to put you on game and tell you, listen, you come back next season or whenever you come back, ball out, and then you'll have the opportunity to make even more money. But he did not want to hear that, so hey, I don't know what to say. I don't have anything else to say. His morale went down, of course, so he is not getting that contract extension, and I said what I said. That's it. But now it's time to end the rest of the week simulating past our last game of this week against the Toronto Raptors, and we took an L. That's some BS. How we lose to Toronto? That should have been an easy dub. Now it's time to simulate past our next week, and what an easy week this is, facing off against the Bulls, the Cavs, and the Detroit Pistons. How do we lose to the Chicago Bulls? They must have hit a game win or something. They only won by 1 point. That's crazy. But we beat the Cavs. Come on, please beat the Detroit Pistons. Can we get the dub? There we go. So we lost to the Bulls, surprisingly, but we bounced back and won back-to-back games. And because I did say I want to play our game against the Brooklyn Nets, I'm simulating our game against the Washington Wizards. Of course, we got the W. So we bounced back after losing to the Chicago Bulls and the Toronto Raptors and won 3 games in a row. But now here comes the BS, bro. I was getting ready to play our game against the Brooklyn Nets, but of course, after every simulation, I gotta check through my roster and make sure 2K did not hit me with any BS concerning injuries. But guess what happened? Somebody got injured. And matter of fact, I'm not even gonna spoil it. See for yourselves. So as I mentioned a million times, Mo Bamba's season-ending injury, you guys already know that, but now check this out. Markelle Fultz, season-ending spinal injury, bro. 2K really do not want to see me shine. What's good with this game? Everybody's getting season-ending injuries all of a sudden on my Charlotte Hornets series. First off, D'Angelo Russell, season-ending injury. Then out of nowhere, Mo Bamba, season-ending injury during practice. Now Markelle falls out of everybody. Bro, 2K is really trying to hit me with the BS. I cannot make this up, bro. I really cannot make this up. You guys see it here for yourselves. 2K always trying to hit me with the BS. They really don't want to see us contend for an NBA championship at the end of this season. That is crazy, bro. That is just crazy. I don't have much else to say about this. This is some real BS. Like, 2K is really on the grind. They are on a mission to stop me at all costs. That has to be their mission. You see Markelle Fultz's body health now. He has a bad back, spinal injury, done for the season. That is crazy. That is really crazy. But although 2K tried to hit me with that BS, guess what? Our team is still looking pretty good, and in my opinion, I strongly believe in my heart that even without Markelle Fultz, we still have the tools necessary to compete for an NBA championship. We are just going to have to find a better backup point guard. Because looking at our point guards, Markelle Fultz was basically starting, then coming off the bench was Devontae Graham. Both of them have pretty high overalls, higher than 80. And now Nas Long, he is going to have to be our backup. Devontae Graham is going to have to be our starter. So I wanted to see if maybe we could find a trade that will bring us a better point guard coming off the bench, because our guards are pretty lit. We got Zach Lavine at the 2. Coming off the bench behind him, we got Alonzo Trier. But Devontae Graham and Nas Long, I don't know if that's going to work. We're going to have to find a better backup point guard. So I decided to look at all the point guards in the league. I'm looking for somebody that's between, I'll say, a 73 and 80 overall to come off the bench, and probably someone that's on a 1-year deal, to be totally honest with you guys. I want a kind of a rental for this season, because we already have our point guard of the future, Markelle Fultz. Hopefully he heals and comes back, 100%. But Devontae Graham, we have him for 1 year, well, for this season, and I want to get another point guard for the season. And that point guard, I'm leaning towards a point guard that's very good defensively and that's a good playmaker. Either one of those two things will be very beneficial for our team. So I decided to add to my target list 5 point guards that I feel would be beastly if they were to come to this team and help us this season towards getting an NBA championship. And those 5 point guards are Frank Ntilikina, amazing defense, bro. One of the best defenders in the league at that position. He's also a pretty decent playmaker. Then I got Lou Will, bro, one of the best 6-man of all time. My son Lou Will, excellent playmaker. He will be perfect on this squad in my opinion. I'm not really looking for more offense, but if I could get Lou Williams for basically nothing, I'm going to accept that deal. Kendrick Nunn, pretty good playmaker as well. Not really the best defender. He has a lot of good offensive stats too. His offense is pretty good. And then we got Patrick Beverley, straight defensive beast, bro. If we could get Patrick Beverley, that would be amazing. And he's a vet too, same as Lou Will. And last but not least, Monte Morris. He's on a 1-year deal. Matter of fact, all these players are currently on 1-year deals. So I feel like getting any of those players will be perfectly fine for us. But before I try to make any trades, I decided that I am going to simulate these next 2 weeks, bro. So I was going to play against the Brooklyn Nets in this episode. Sadly, it's not going to be any gameplay because I need to figure out this roster situation before moving forward. And my main reasoning for skipping this week and next week is because I'm trying to get past December 15th. I said December. January 15th. If you guys don't know, normally during the off season, depending on what type of contract you sign, you wouldn't be able to be traded until either December 15th or January 15th. That's why I said December 15th. I always have that date stuck in my head. So on January 15th, that's when all the players in the NBA will be eligible to be traded, unless you have like a no trade clause or something, or whatever the case may be with your team. But for the most part, January 15th is that day. December 15th was for like half of the league, and now January 15th for the rest of the league. So we're going to simulate these next 2 weeks, get past January 15th, and then see if we could make a good deal for probably Frank Ntilikina or a Lou Will or Monte Morris. So it's time to end the week, simulating our last 2 games of the week against the Brooklyn Nets. We get the W. Can we beat the Milwaukee Bucks? Come on, bro. Give me that dub. It's on our home court, and we get blown out. That's crazy. But let's see if we could bounce back this week with some W's. We have 4 games this week, facing off against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Oh, we get the dub. There we go. So we bounce back with a W against Minnesota. Up next, facing off against the Houston Rockets, we get the dub. Come on, can we beat the Atlanta Hawks? Nationally televised game. There we go. 3 games in a row. Can we bounce back and beat the Toronto Raptors? Last time we simulated a game against them, we took the L. This time, we got the W. But as always, we definitely got to check through our roster and make sure that nobody gets injured. Markelle Fultz, Mo Bamba, still season-ending injuries, of course. But we do have a new injury. My son Jonathan Isaac, bruised left hip, out for 1 to 2 weeks. So that's a little minor injury, nothing too bad. Okay, I could deal with that. But Jonathan Isaac, I was planning on seeing what trades I could get for Jonathan Isaac, and this dude gets injured 1 to 2 weeks. He think he's slick. There's no way he's really injured. He's probably just playing around. He really must not want to get traded, but out for 1 to 2 weeks, I could deal with that. But after the simulation, Zach Lavine hit me up and was like, bro, I really need to talk to you. I'm like, I'll come by, pick you up from practice or whatever the case may be. I picked him up in my limo and he was like, hey Donnie, I want to talk contract extension. That's fine by me. So of course I promised him the extension because I'd be a fool not to do so. I was like, bro, listen, come back to my office right now and we could work out a deal. So we got to my office and Zach Lavine told me he wants a 3-year extension worth $71 million. And in my opinion, that is not bad at all. But you guys know I'm cheap, so I'm offering him a 3-year, $60 million contract extension. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He had no problem with that. He accepted the deal. That's about $20 million per year. So that's more than good. Zach Lavine accepted it. Welcome back to the squad, Zach Lavine. But now it's time to find us a trade for a backup point guard. I got my eyes set on Frank Ntilikina. I am offering the New York Knicks a window or whatever his name is and a future first rounder for Frank Ntilikina. But ladies and gentlemen, look at this BS. Wesley declines to waive their no trade clause. Get out of here with that. What trade clause did I add to his contract to begin with? I do not remember re-signing him this past offseason and him having a no trade clause. I must have missed that. I gotta go back to the past episodes or whenever the case. I don't know. This is just, my mind has been blown. How does he have a no trade clause on his contract? Like, 2K is making this harder than it needs to be. So I switched up the trade package. Frank Ntilikina and Kenny Wooten. That would be a perfect deal. For Nas Long, a future first rounder, and Al-Farouq Aminu. They countered my offer, and look at this BS trade that they want. Bro, they're trying to give me Jeff Teague, but I am supposed to give them Kevin Porter Jr. No. Like, they really tried to add Kevin Porter Jr. to the trade like that's nothing. Get out of my face with that BS. I tried offering them a whole bunch of different deals, trying my hardest, bro. I'm literally trying my hardest to get Frank Ntilikina on the squad, but it seems as though me and the New York Knicks just cannot agree to a trade offer. So ladies and gentlemen, in terms of getting Frank Ntilikina on the team, it's not going to happen. They want way too much, bro, and I'm not willing to give up a lot. So next on my list, we got my man Lou Will. Let's open up Trade Finder and see what we can get. So the Clippers are willing to give me Lou Will for Nas Long and Vince Carter. That's it? Like, I'm baffled right now. That's all the Clippers want for Lou Williams. Now, I know Lou Will is injury prone. He is a little bit older, 34 years old, but I'm giving up a 43-year-old Vince Carter and a 27-year-old Nas Long, who I was never going to use on my team to begin with, for Lou Will, who could help us off the bench right now. He's on a 1-year deal. This trade is a no-brainer, bro. So I gotta apologize to all the Vince Carter fans that we had for this team, but he gotta go, bro. If y'all giving me Lou Will for Vince Carter and Nas Long, this deal is a no-brainer. I'm accepting it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the squad, Lou Will. And because we did lose VC, I decided we need to sign a backup power forward. Well, a third string power forward. We still have Aminu on the team. I decided to sign Jakar Sampson, 2-year minimum deal. I signed him mainly for defense. Excellent defender. Welcome to the team. So talk about making a roster improvement. Ladies and gentlemen, they tried to keep us down. 2K really tried to keep us down with this season-ending injury to Markelle Fultz, but we bounced back and we got Lou Williams for basically nothing, bro. I'm sorry, Vince Carter, that we had to trade you. I wanted your retirement tour to go ahead in Orlando, but it seems as though it's going to continue on the Los Angeles Clippers. They're still a very good team. So guys, make sure and leave those comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys thought about me getting Lou Will on the team. This Magic's team is just unstoppable. We have depth at every position. Our team is still stacked, although we have 2 players out for the rest of the season. We're still beasting right now. You guys saw I simulated a bunch of games. We got W's for date. Our team is looking as perfect as it could be. We are ready to compete for NBA championship. I might make one more trade before the trade deadline. I don't know. But in the next episode, we definitely got to see how this new team looks with Lou Will and continue balling out. So like I said, make sure to leave that comment in the comment section below. Leave a like on the video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and also click one of those playlists on the screen. Check out some other content. My content is lit, my content is fire. And also, if you're not subscribed, click my face and hit subscribe. That's the easiest way to subscribe to my channel. See, you have a chance right now to subscribe to my channel. What are you waiting for, bro? Just do it. But anyway, see you guys in the next episode. This is the Prince of YouTube, aka Donnie Magician, signing out.